Hello everyone, Richard back. While my videos were uploading, I was screwing around with the editor and then reading the manual, which is here. And some of the most important stuff in the manual is just casually stated, and it's super easy to miss. So one thing that I discovered is that weather effects take 2 turns to happen. So if you see a 1-1, that means on turn 3 you can start seeing weather effects. Units 4.7 is the most important section in this entire manual. So the way it works is you can place a unit and then you shift click, and that's where all the options are. So if you want to customize a place unit, you shift click, and then if you want to give it a transport, you place the unit and then select transport. But I think you can just shift click after placing a unit. So that's important. Where's the weather? Global parameters. There's some weird stuff with victory conditions. Actions, there's a bunch of actions I can get into. Imagery, where's the weather? There was stuff in here about the weather that was important. Huh. Turns per day. 2 means for every 2 turns that pass, only 1 day will pass. Oh, okay. That's cool. Days per turn. Date game takes place. Probability of weather you can affect in the global parameters. Okay, so here it is. Nope, that's not it. Okay, turn -1 means 1 turn from the end of the game. Last turn. So turn 1-4 means decisive victory if this trigger is satisfied between turn 1 and 4 turns from the end of the scenario. So let me real quick open up Obana Mail because I'm trying to understand something about that scenario. Under edit scenario parameters, so from turn 2 and 1 turn from the end, and number of axes units on the map is more than 0. I have no idea why this. I don't remember ever receiving that. I'll show you the units. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on with the units. So its behavior is attacker. It's in zone 1. Oh, it's in the. This is what's going on. So when the number of allied flags in zone 1 is less than 2, this status is activated. It attacks. So if we go look at zones, and let's put 100%, is less than. So it said in zone 1, which is this region, if the number of flags. Whoops. Oh, I have to put it on units. There we go. So, if the number of allied flags in zone 1 is less than 2. So if you take 3 of these. I think if you take 3 of these flags, then it activates. But I think you can take 2, and it won't activate. And if I were to look at, let me switch this back to units. Edit trigger. Number of allied flags in zone 1 is less than 4. Oh, this totally makes sense. So they have different triggers, and they kind of screwed it up here, because if I take a single one of these flags, this unit activates. I don't think they ever envisioned somebody doing that sneaky stuff that I did. If I shift click this one and look at edit trigger, yep. So, and then it's an attacker, which means it will move, I'm pretty sure. This guy is at hold position active, and he doesn't have a trigger. So he will attack if there's something juicy in range. This is a way to check every single unit to see if they will attack. Like this one's probably passive, hold position passive. Let's take a look at, this is an attacker. Hang on, what was that? Did I get the plane? Yeah. Side, Belgium. It's an auxiliary. Has no trigger. It's an attacker. So what I don't understand, you can also see heroes. You can add heroes in here. This is how they create those unique units. So you could give a unit with +9 everything. Maybe even 10. I don't know. Yeah, anything you want, I guess. What I'm trying to figure out is what triggers the overstrengthening. Yeah, what happens if I check on this one? Hold position active. It will attack, and it doesn't have a trigger. What is going on with the airplane? So this plane reinforces, and it has no trigger. It's an attacker. So why does it wait to move? Right? It strengthens itself and then it moves. So that's interesting. This could be a special unit or a unique unit. Because I don't think there's a global or scenario parameter with zone 1, right? Set AI behavior of all units in zone 1 to hold position. Oh, okay, it's in zone 1. Set AI behavior of allies to hold position active. But it must end after the first turn. First turn from the end. Interesting. So turn 2 from the last turn. What's the message? Heinrich Rudel's request to be transferred to a dive bomber unit has been denied. It's just a message? Okay. This has nothing to do with why this scenario can be gimmicked. But anyway, I wanted to open up Kharkov. So we can look at these units. So what I am curious about, hold position active, but does it have a trigger? I bet it, this is in zone 1. I think it does have a trigger. This one. Number of axes unit in all the map is more than 0. At the end of turn 1, it's set to set AI behavior and allies of all units in zone 1 to attacker. But I think that's at the end of turn 1. But they didn't activate on turn 2 when I was experimenting. I'm a little confused about that. So why didn't they activate? So they start hold position active. No heroes. And they don't have a condition. So I'm not quite following. I think if I'm in... So they go by turn 2. Oh, wait. I think I figured it out. If we go look at the script... Oh, it doesn't have this trigger condition. Set AI behavior. It's so they're setting it to attacker. Why aren't they moving after turn 1? Because the trigger is the number of axes units in all map is more than 0. Oh, name contains. There's no conditions here. So you can see, okay, that's cool. The whole map only in certain zones, right, is more than, yep, a bunch of if statements here. It's an auxiliary. Okay. So this is a little confusing because after turn 1, they're set to active, so they should attack me turn 2. That's just... It would be easier for me if these just activated. Let me look at this one. Hold position active, and that's it. Huh. What about these guys? Hold position active... Hold position active, and they have no trigger. What zone are they in? They are not in a zone. So unless this is zone 3 and it's not marked for some reason, maybe this is broken. Remember how I was trying to find zone 3 on this map? Let me change the zoom. What if I pick zone 2? Yeah. I bet this scenario is broken. I couldn't find zone 3 on the map. It doesn't, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. I don't think, I don't see a zone 3. I bet this is supposed to be zone 3. So if we go back to scenario parameters here, if the number of axis units in the whole map is more than 2, which is always, set AI behavior of allies of units in zone 3 to attacker. This is a mistake. I think we found a map mistake. I bet these guys are supposed to activate. So this is useful to know because they're at active passive. So you should probably clean these guys up and then clean these guys up, and they will never attack you. That's not true because some of them might have... I know a T-34 activates, so let me check, like maybe this one. He doesn't have a trigger. What about this one? Every one of them is hold position active. Maybe this one? Oh, this is hold position. Yeah, it's hold position active. With no trigger. That's zone 1. That's zone 2. Okay. But one of these C-34s activates. I'm a little confused about that. Like this one, hold position, there's no trigger though. Also, this one this will activate as well. Sometimes on turn 1. Am I not reading this correctly? Can I? Oh, hang on 1 second. What zone? Oh, this is zone 1. Oh. This is considered zone 1. That's considered zone 1. Why aren't they attacking though? They're all zone 1. This is zone 1. Okay. Let me see if this is zone 1. Okay, so what's messed up is that the zone labels are not correct. I think a lot of these are zone 1. Oh, and there's a... That's cool. There's a thing here. Hold position passive. Interesting. Zone 1. I'm trying to find a zone 3. I'm trying to see if they specified a zone 3. You're considered zone 1. Is everybody zone 1? Is the default everyone is zone 1 unless specified on the map? Let me open this one up again. Okay, so this is zone 1 as well. Zone 2 are these guys. I am trying to understand how this works. We don't have a zone 4. I think this must be default. Zone used by move to, patrol, and random patrol of behavior. Yeah, you can check you can pick a transport in this menu. There is no zone. So zone 1, 2, and 3, all of those units are changed to attacker. Number of Axis units in the whole map is more than 1. Doesn't this automatically activate? Right? Why are these three conditions? Oh, what the difference is, the zones, only certain parts of the zones activate. I don't know why they have this. It should just be more than 0, right? Huh. And what is this? So what I still don't understand, and someone could walk me through, is what determines when these guys move and when they don't. Because if I select them, these are their actions. Default means the AI is free to decide. Oh, okay. Attacker, defender, or generic settings where the AI is supposed to use the unit for attack and defense respectively. They will move if there's a favorable tactical possibility. Okay, this is important. Attacker and defender are generic settings, but the AI is supposed to use the unit for attack and defense respectively. The AI's stance is ignored. So I think they're talking about AI behavior selection. Oh, so this is so weird. You put a position, and I think unless it's passive, like it says passive units never move, then the AI behind the scenes, we're never going to see that, is performing a probability analysis on whether to attack. So, okay, I understand. Over here, these guys are active on turn 1, but if they don't believe there's a good opportunity to attack, they won't activate. For instance, this rough terrain would probably affect a T-34. If I put artillery here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can't reach it. Okay, so even if you show an exposed unit, none of these units can reach it. So the AI then has to do an assessment, do I attack or defend? If there's nothing to attack, it will sit there. If I were to put artillery here, in vision range of this hex, this T-34 would activate because the probability of success is very high. Now, what I don't understand is when you're not in vision range, why is it only some of the tanks activate? I think it must be some really complicated algorithm where the AI decides to defend and attack at the same time. Oh, that is baller. But active units will move if there's a favorable tactical possibility. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. I think I get how this works, except that we don't see the algorithm behind the scenes. What decides whether it's a favorable attack or whether it's favorable to defend is mysterious. So that's probably the only part of the game at this point we don't understand. But for instance, let's say you're screwing around over here and you're wondering what will happen. If I click on this unit, it's passive. That's useful to know, wouldn't you agree? I would like to kill active units. Active default. Oh, default means the AI is free to decide how to use it. So default setting means AI will be able to perform an algorithm and decide what the optimal decision is. If it's in attack or defense, the AI is supposed to just calculate. I think it's basically the same, but default means it won't necessarily move. Wow, okay. So what about this unit? Hold position active. what I think that means is it will attack if there's something favorable. Let me take a look at this one. Yep. The scout. Hold position active. Yeah. These guys will activate if anything is tempting. That's really useful to know. So if I was trying to go up here, they're all hold position active. Holy fuck. Hold position active. These guys will attack if they have a favorable opportunity. So the second I get in vision range of probably anything, if I had to guess, the second I get in vision range of these units, these tanks can probably cross the river. And they can cross it here, and they can cross it here, and they can cross it here. Oh, that is scary. That is super scary. I don't know what I can do about that. They're all hold position active. And that's zone 2. And like, because obviously the number of Axis units is more than 1. It's just set to attacker. I might be fucked because this rough terrain is preventing these tanks from moving. But if I were to fail to kill this unit, I would be close enough that these units could activate. Wow. I think I'm going to have to study what Soren did very carefully to see how he dealt with that. A bridge engineer here is also not good. But these tanks are really far away. So this is hold position active. Yeah, hold position active. If they see something favorable. This kind of suggests to me that I should offer bait on turn 1 to activate these guys. And this T-34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if this T-34 will activate because anything that I show over here is too far away. And this one is hold position passive. This one is never, ever going to do anything. So you might have an incentive to ignore it. Honestly, like you could just grab this with a scout and then ignore it. What is this unit again? I can't see what unit it is. It's probably conscripts. Okay. This is really useful information. Hold position act. For instance, if I plan on sneaking around up north, what is this? Is there anybody that's passive? Nobody is passive. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Because this guy's passive, that's about it. Yeah, they're good at the scouts. The AI will sometimes send the scouts forward and sometimes it won't. This is an ugly fight. There is absolutely no way you can just take your time because all of these units are at hold position active. If you're in zones 1, 2, or 3, they're immediately attackers. Zone 2. Zone 3 doesn't exist, I guess. Yeah. 11. 14, 15, 16, 11, 12. Do they... It's weird that I don't see anything about zone 11 or 12. Can I see... Nope. Oh, okay, default zone 1. Here it is. If number of axis flags in zone 12 is equal to 1, it will default behavior. It will just form. Basically, if I occupy that, okay. Wow, okay. I think we understand all the secrets now. Anyway, let me know what you think and add your own commentary.